I would definitely be my mom. And our household was always a household that invited any and everyone in. So no matter your background, what shade you were, um, she was definitely that first exposure. Give your younger self grace um, for the long haul, and do your best to be kind to people along the way because you never know where you're going to meet them again. Um, Probably what interested me in STEM was I was always a kid that was interested in how things worked. So there was a couple years between my brother and I, and then there's like 6 years between an older sister and a younger sister's about 8 years younger. And the two of us were always partners in crime and taking part bikes, radios, try to figure out how they work, try to put them back together until my parents figured out, okay, who's been messing with my radio because it's not working. So going through those tasks, when I entered high school, I actually had never met an engineer before. So when I took those personality tests that said I should be an engineer, my first thought was like, all right, I'm going to drive a train. But in the end, when I found out what engineering is really about, and I majored in it in undergrad at Mizzou, I loved it. I was interested in wiring things, and so that's how I got to electrical engineering. Well, in undergrad, I also ran track, so I was very interested in how the human body worked as well. So going into biomedical engineering as a Ph.D. kind of merged my engineering and my how the human body works type of loves together. So for me, it gave you more of an opportunity to pick and choose what I specifically wanted to do, and I was interested in working in the areas of kind of robotics. And also I landed at Ford Motor Company. I worked on a huge robotic facility, which is a VIRTTEX driving simulator, but we brought humans in the loop, and we tested how they interacted with cutting edge technology on the vehicle, like partially autonomous vehicles. So getting the PhD allowed me to get in that position, and I had a fabulous career, recently retiring at the end of 22 at Ford Motor Company, and had many opportunities to share what I was doing and excite other young people that look like me and others to think about getting in the field, because you can mix human and engineering together. The Spark Award was given to me by the the Society of Women Engineers at the national conference, and that award is presented for being a leader in mentorship. And so I definitely say that was right down my alley. I love the opportunity to co-mentor young people, old people, middle-aged people, all the above, because it's not only an opportunity to share what I have learned, but the opportunity to actually learn from them as well at all different ages is just an actual extra bonus. So receiving that award was pretty cool. Again, what I said before is to integrity, just always be honest as best. If you make a mistake, say you made that mistake early on, try to even out the water so that you can kind of keep your relationships as positive as possible. But if you come from a place of integrity and honesty, and people can see that as part of your heart, and it helps grow your community, and it makes it a lot easier to work with lots of people. So. I'm really honored to be have this honor. I usually kind of fly at a low kind of level. I enjoy helping people get things done, but don't necessarily expect the accolades that come with it. So, but to be honored in a way that supports all the things that I think are important, and all the work that the Kappas do in the community. Like Brother Pogue, I know you were at the homeless shelter a few days ago. I'm pleased to be among be honored by a group that reaches out to the community in that way. So thank you. When I do outreach to the community, sometimes it's difficult to find people who volunteer. And so if you have time, try to make the time to give a person an hour here, 30 minutes there. Your time is probably more important sometimes than money. Sometimes, I'm not going to knock either one of it, but if you can be there and to reach out and support people who are trying to do things in the community, it would go so much further. And the other thing I will promote is, please, whoever you talk to, encourage everyone to vote. I work a lot with the Washtenaw Democrats, and every opportunity, it's so important that you vote, not just for presidential elections, but even in the half seasons, because the congressional side, the House and the Senate, the president can't do anything, and those are changing in the mid-season. So you have to vote every opportunity. There's too many people that fought for us not to get out there and do that. So grab a friend, take them to the poll. Whoever you can reach out to, tell them just it's so important that we get to those polls and vote. Yeah. So in the so during the year, I guess it's the Purple House that has opportunities in the kind of the winter months. But in the summer, they move out to doing their work every other week through Wheeler Park. But there's also a community kitchen as well. And of course, none of these names are coming to me. But lots of opportunities through Girl Scouts, through I do a lot of STEM work as well. So whatever your career expertise is, if you can reach out through those organizations like the National Society of Black Engineers, Society of Women Engineers, many of these organizations are doing a lot of outreach. So whatever you're familiar with, I'd say just take that opportunity. Black Men Reads, Yodit, it's a group that's done some work as well. So just keep looking for those opportunities. At a minimum, if your neighbor is elderly, knock on the door and see if you can do a little yard work for them.
Anyone else? Cool.
Sorry, I had a hard time not looking at you.
I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you. Thank you all.
Smile.